Goedenavond, dames en heren. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually going to do this piece tonight in English. I met a few people that do not speak Dutch, so
thank you.
My speech will be a lot easier and a lot shorter when I do it in English. We're honored to be host to be linked event tonight, and after meeting with Ferry and Inge a couple months ago, we said, you know what, we'll offer you guys the location to host this evening, and we'd be happy to throw in a couple items. So glad to have you here, glad to have you guys all standing here in this room. You know, you announced me tonight with why am I in The Hague. I've been here 3 months, I still don't know. I clearly am in a little bit of culture shock, but I'm happy to be back home, closer to family, and my wife will be joining me here. She's a native-born American, so she'll have a little struggle with the language as well. I want to take a few minutes to talk about the history of Bel Air, where we are today and where we're heading in the next couple of years. This year we'll mark our 40-year anniversary as a privately owned hotel. And in 1971, this hotel was built as the hotel next to the World Forum. The World Forum was put together. The owner said, you know what, let's put a big box next to it with hotel rooms, so those people, when they go meet, they have a place to stay. Over the years, that changed. We became famous due to North Sea Jazz, which is now in Rotterdam, and if I can believe the newspapers, it's moving to Amsterdam at this point. But now we have the Hague Jazz in The Hague, and we're official hotel for the Hague Jazz. Any of you guys who have kids, we're now official hotel for K3, K3, which is coming in August. Yeah. I never thought that I would make this hotel kid-friendly, but we did. So, if we look back on history, you know, we've ran a successful hotel for 40 years, but the business climate has certainly changed for us. We're now in the market with clients like Europol, Eurojust, NATO, Accenture, and all of you guys around the room. And an important piece of the market for us is embassies. Obviously, we're located right in the area where all the embassies are located, and we want to be the business hotel in The Hague. 327 rooms, with the largest hotel in The Hague, and they made the decision 2 years ago to do away with the pool, and instead of the pool, make a huge conference center. And part of that conference center you're standing in right now, our pool actually used to be on the back side of the building. That's where, I call it in American, that's where a ballroom is, but you guys call it the Congress Hall. And so we're kind of changing the business pattern of this hotel to maybe be less family friendly, but actually focus on business meetings and on you know, those 10 people, those 200 people, anything in between that need to meet on a weekly, monthly, quarterly, and yearly basis. It is because of the embassies in our neighborhood, in our backyard, that we're now going to make some enhancements to the property. Obviously, our competition is the Novotel next door, the Crown Plaza next to that, and they're going through a huge renovation at this time. We'll be adding a presidential suite on the 9th floor of our hotel, as well as upgrading our guest rooms. The neat thing is, you won't be seeing any cranes or any advertisements that we're doing renovations, because it's soft refurbishments. We're closing a floor down. Once it's finished, we're opening it back up and going on to the next floor. That's the luxury of having enough sleeping rooms. Our mission with this hotel, and I've only been here 3 months, so we certainly have had a lot of management changes here, but we're looking to be the business hotel in The Hague. And one of the things that I have put in place with my team are two things, which is, in America, and I've been there 12 years, so forgive me for maybe thinking a little bit outside the box, but it's what I call the wow factor, and it's a vuja day. And I'll give you an example of that. About a month after I got here, we had a site inspection, rondleiding, with Toyota. Toyota wanted to do their new car launch in this hotel, and have all those journalists from the different European countries fly into Schiphol, drive here with those new Toyotas, sleep here overnight, and head back home. So when Toyota came here for their site inspection, our normal procedures were, hey, let's stay in the lobby, let's welcome those people, let's sit down for a cup of coffee, show them around, and then a week later we call and say, do we have the business? Well, it didn't work that way this time. I've challenged my team to do déjà day. We all know what déjà vu is, right? You wake up, you had a dream, you're like, I've seen that before. Or it's a moment in life where you think, hey, I've been through that before. Déjà day is looking at the processes that you currently have in place, looking at things that go on in your business, and try to do them differently. Try to do them differently than your competitor is doing. You guys are all doing the same thing, your competitors are doing the same thing, and you're talking to the same customers. But how can you do it differently than they do? All right, the example goes on. The example goes on with these folks driving their Toyota into our parking lot. As soon as they parked, there was a logo sign, as two people I had here tonight as well, a logo sign with Toyota and their name on it. It's the first contact that they had with the hotel. An immediate great impression. As soon as they walked in, there's a flat screen hanging there on your left-hand side. Of course, we used the logo there too. We went about our business, offered some drinks, some food, and did a tour of the hotel. The most beautiful room in this hotel is our A1 Congress Hall, and that's where we finished. As soon as they walked in there, we had brought in 2 brand new Toyotas in our ballroom on a pedestal, so they were higher up. And we had, thanks to our technical team here, we had searched on YouTube for videos that were funny about Toyota, so funny Toyota commercials. Those guys walked in there and they were absolutely wowed by what we had done. And guys, this is a nice hotel. I mean, I've worked for beautiful hotels. This is a nice hotel. It might not be the nicest hotel in The Hague because we're all very similar. But it is about the competitive edge that you can get on your competitor to try and do things differently. So, déjà day. I hope I taught you a new word tonight. We did not get the business, by the way. They went to a different city. All right. So once again, you're in my hotel tonight. We're glad to have you here. If you have customers that need to stay in The Hague, or you have a meeting to put in a certain hotel, give us a shot. We'll wow your customers and make you look good. Thanks.
Thank you.